Hello, hello? Okay. Baby Ruby. Did you press the button? Oké. Ruby, we zijn er klaar voor. Oké, babes. Hallo allemaal. Ik ben benieuwd wie er vandaag allemaal met me meedoet en meekijkt. Hi everyone. Nice of you to join in today with our second live stream. Please also afterward leave any comments or questions that you have for me. That's much appreciated. En ja, natuurlijk ook thuis. Als jullie vragen of opmerkingen hebben, laat me weten. Ik hou van kritiek. Oké, nou Ruby, ga maar even zitten, want we moeten beginnen. Oké, vandaag, hier in Pittsburgh is het een beetje warm. Dus ik heb een Hatha practice gemaakt die vooral opening is en a little cooling. Dus yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's a little warm in Pittsburgh. I think 24 degrees Celsius. And so I designed a class a little bit around the weather. So let's start, and I hope you can enjoy this practice, and I hope Ruby will calm down and lay down soon. Okay, so come to your mat and lay down in Shavasana, just like we did the last time. Ga maar liggen, Rubis. Oh, she's a good girl. Yes, good. So we're going to start in Shavasana on our backs. Very good, Ruby. Good. Okay, and just like we always do, let's first arrive and let go of anything that was recently maybe in your mind, whatever you were busy with. Tune in to yourself, so to speak, and take this time to turn inward and move along with me. So, in Shavasana, let's first shake a little the shoulders, the hips, the ankles. Your palms can be facing up, however you feel comfortable. Close your eyes and just arrive on the mat. Notice the sounds and the things around you, and let them be part of your practice. And at the moment, or in the instance that they are distracting you, see if you can forget about them by just focusing back on your breath. Let's first observe your breath. Let's take your left hand to your lower belly and your right hand on your chest, about at the heart. And just notice what's happening. Observing your breath. In case you notice your chest rising a little, see if you can direct your breath more towards your belly. And then notice the rise and fall of your belly button. And take 3 more breaths like this. So notice your navel at your center. Notice the breath maybe expanding in the lower back. And then go ahead and, if there's no dog in between your legs, take your legs together, arms overhead, and take a nice stretch. You can open your eyes. And just stretch it out. Right side a little more, left side. Awakening the body a second time. getting it ready for some movement. So enough of the stretch. Maybe stretch one more time, both feet and hands up. Good. And then just let those arms come down. And today we're gonna right away roll to our side and slowly come up into a seated position. So in easy seat or crisscross applesauce. And because it's the beginning of our practice and our hip flexors on hips might be a little stiff yet, see if it helps if you put blocks under your knees, relaxing here the hip flexors. Maybe you need a blanket to lift your hips a little bit and help out your lower back here. Because in Sukhasana here, we're just gonna start with loosening up the neck. So take your hands are just loosely hanging on your knees, and then take your right ear and let it just gently move over to your right shoulder. See if you can find the belly breath. And bring it back to the middle and to the left. Good, bring it back to the middle. Now we're going to go again to the right ear to the right shoulder, and extend our, left arm. So right ear goes to right shoulder, left arm extends. See if you can first bring your fingertips down to the mat and develop like an active grip on the mat with your fingertips, and just feel a stretch like that. Keep the breath going. Maybe see if you when you lift that arm and keep reaching with that hand, how that changes the sensation there on your left side of your neck, all the way into your arm. Good, and then let that arm come down, bring your head back to middle, and then we do that on the other side. So we bring our left ear to left shoulder, right arm comes to the floor, fingertips for the first, initially. Feel the stretch a little, just little and gentle. And then maybe take your fingertips up from the mat and just reach out, lengthen through that arm, through those fingers. Still keeping a lifted seat. Good. And then bring that arm down and bring your neck carefully back to the middle. We're gonna loosen up our shoulders a little bit with eagle arms. So bring your arms out in front, then bend at the elbows, and let's first start with our right arm goes under the left. And if you can maybe clasp your hands like this, or maybe you're just here, that's totally fine too. If this is too much, you can always let your hands rest on your shoulders. But here in eagle arms, we're going to move with the breath. So inhale, we're going to bring those elbows up. Exhale, bring them all the way down. Good. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's go for one more. Inhale. And exhale down. Good. Unravel your arms, bring them out in front again, bend them again, and now we take the left arm under the right and do exactly the same. Maybe you clasp your hands or not. And we're going to lift on the inhale, our elbows up, and exhale, bringing it down. Good. Inhale up, exhale down. See if you can find that engagement already in your lower abdomen. That also helps you with sitting nicely up and lifted from your lower back. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. And unravel your arms, shake them out maybe. Good. We're going to go for core circles. So indeed, if you think, oh, I'm good, you can always take the blocks out midway. And we're just, let's change the feet. So in case your right leg was in front, put it to the back. Just to try to even it out a little. And then we are going to think quite a bit about our navel center today. So see if you can bring your mind to your navel center and then imagine that the movement starts from your navel. So just slowly making circles to the right, inhaling to the front, exhaling to the back. Maybe a few more. Really nice after a day of sitting long time at a desk. And I'm saying this for my sweet friends back home. Let's go turn to the left. Turn to the left with your core circles, initiating at the belly button. Just rounding. Ja, because I hope Audrey maybe, misschien wel Ingrid ook, have tuned in to my yoga session today. I'm always telling them, don't worry, maakt niet uit als het niet lukt. You know, I'm gonna do this on a regular basis. Ik ga dit elke week doen. And maybe I need to change the time. We'll see. Anyway, so roll back one more time to the right. Good. When you roll back, exhale, inhaling through the front. Oh, kijk eens aan. Daar komt Rosie. Good, I think we've been circling quite a bit now. So let's see what I had in mind. Oh yeah, the side stretch. So we did our neck, we did our shoulders, we did our rib cage and core a little bit, warming it up. Now we're going to take just nice lateral stretches. So take your left arm and swing to the right and swing to the left. So just left to right here. I think I hit a little bee out of the air. See if you can find a nice inhale here up in the middle and then exhale to the side. Good. Inhale, exhale to the side. Inhale, exhale to the side. Good. Okay. A very different warm-up today than last time. Good. So, good. We're good here. We're going to come off of our blanket if we were. So put your blanket on the side. We might need it later. And then let's come onto all fours. And just take a few cat-cows, like we always try to do. And then we're going to quickly see if you can link it with the breath, and then we can move into a little flow. So exhaling, rounding, just noticing your spine. How does it feel today? Can I make the movement bigger, or should I just stay nice and easy and make it a little smaller? So really see what your body tells you. Take the cues and adjust. Good, okay, let's move in the flow. Yeah, I heard it beep. I'll just continue. So inhale to arch, exhale to rounding in the spine. Good. Let's push back into child's pose, but right away come out. Not pushing into down dog, just moving in this little circle here. Inhaling to the front, into your cow, exhaling to cat and child's pose. But keep it fluid, keep it continuous, just rolling through the spine. Take this moment really at the start of your practice to combine the breath. No, combine your movement to the breath. That's why I do these exercises, to see if we can bring it more in sync. Good. Okay, well now last time, let me turn one way for a moment. So out of your last little flow, cat-cow into child's pose. Let's come up to all fours and press back into our first down dog. Uh-oh, sorry baby rubes. Good. So let's walk out the legs, because this is our first one. And then come to your tippy toes. Send those hips back. Feel the stretch there on the back side of your leg. Maybe take a micro bend in the knees, since it is the first one. Good. And then let those heels move down to the mat. Good. And then we're going to heat it up a little bit. Even though it's hot outside already, we need to do a little core work. So inhale, we come to plank. Really press through the hands. Feel the lift at your core, at your navel center, pressing back on your exhale into down dog. And that's what we'll do. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. And there is no shame in bringing your knees back, you know, and take a half plank here and then push back into down dog. Just move from your plank or half plank back into down dog. I'm gonna go like this. Good. Let's take 3 more. I know this is warming and this is maybe, but really think just like we did during our core circles to initiate that movement into your plank from your navel and also back into your down dog. Initiate at that navel, bring it back. Let's go for the last one. Inhale to the front and exhale back. Good. And then let's walk our feet up slowly. Feet up to your hands, hands up to your feet, however you like. And let's come into this forward fold with a nice big bend in the knees. Let your head hang. Shake it a little bit. And since we were pressing quite a bit with the head down into this plank and down dog, be careful with coming up. So just take your time, take your hands at your waist. And on an inhale, come halfway up slowly. And on your exhale, make the rest of your way up, to standing. Very good. Okay, let's see. We are gonna open up a little in the hips here. We're gonna move forward with our standing poses. And today I had in mind the Skandasana, but let's come into our goddess first. So let's take an inhale, bend through the knees, inhale, up, and exhale, come down in your goddess. But we keep on moving, so inhale, up.
Hans is in the chat with a full belly.
Very nice, oké. Ik heb net gehoord dat mijn broer Hans aan het kijken is. I just heard that Hans, my brother, is watching with a full belly, full of food. So indeed, then you cannot do it. So please stay on the couch and don't move too much. Because, dat is een goede waarschuwing inderdaad. Dat je dan na de yogales moet eten, Hans. Niet net ervoor, dat is niet goed. So, let's continue. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. Maar ik ben heel blij dat je kijkt. Thank you for watching, honey. Hans. And exhale down. Let's keep on going. Building a little bit the heat in the quads, in the buttocks. You can, if you want to get some more out of it, really squeeze the glutes also at the top. But, you know, it's not necessary. Just do what feels good. Okay, so we've gone a few more times here in the goddess. When we're coming down, we're going to let our arms rest on our legs. And we're just going to swing from left to right. Just holding the position here just for a few, maybe 3, 2, 1. And done. Good. Take your hands down. Turn your toes to the front. Send the buttocks back. Make a nice long back, long neck. And if you can, come with your fingertips to the floor. Otherwise, bend your knees and take some blocks to bring the floor toward you. So let's come in a wide-legged, a spread-legged forward fold. So take that bend in the knees initially. Let the head hang. And just get here, get prepared. And then on your next inhale, see if you can lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine. Push a little bit through the hands here. Feel the nice stretch on the back of your legs. Really going for the long back, long neck. So as if there's a thread here or a little horn growing out of the top of your head. Good. All right, let's take the arms to the side for a moment. Maybe you want to bend the knees here a little bit. Keep that long back, long neck. Little micro bend, and then let's inhale and lengthen a little more. And exhale, bring your hands down again. So either with a block or without, we're going to open up as a book here, taking a little twist. So place your right hand on the block or on the floor, and your left arm will open up to the ceiling. Opening up, feeling a different stretch happening here in the legs. And maybe you're here with your arm, that's totally fine. See if we move up that we're not moving our hips to the left. See if we can keep them more straight. And then that arm can't go as high as you might have had in the beginning. Good, and then bring it back and open up on the side. Reach with that hand, send the buttocks back, see if you can maybe let those sit bones turn up a little. Look in the direction of your hand. Good, and then bring your head down and hand down, sorry. And then let's bring those heels back in and come down to the floor in a very wide squat. We're going to transition here in Skandasana. So you bend your right and your heel is most probably coming off the floor. Some of you might be with the heel on the floor. So this is here. Keep that long leg nice and active by lifting the toes. And then we're going to move to the left. So place that foot on the floor, move through the middle, and see if you can come down on the left. So bending that left knee, either with the heel on the floor or maybe you're here, totally fine. Good, so then we have that movement. Let's go one more time to the right. Go to the right, either with the heel up or down. See if you're down, you can still find the length, also actually when your heel is up. And now, to make it a little more complicated, if you want to, you can take one hand to your heart, thumb at the sacrum. You can test your balance a little bit. And then maybe take the right hand to your heart too. Good. Bring him back. Help yourself all the way to the other side. And let's try that there again. So have a nice active long leg. Take maybe your left hand first to your sternum. Feel that long back, long neck. And we're stretching here the bottom of the thigh. Opening our body. And maybe you're here. Sorry. Maybe you're here. That's totally fine too. And you can stand like here. It's a bigger workout for your quads. Good. So different levels, different heights in the pose. This is more strenuous on the muscle or more strengthening. And here, when you go all the way down, obviously it's a bit more stretching. So again, whatever feels good today, and just move from side to side. Help yourself with your hands. Good. All right. Now, and then let's come out of this. Let's come into our wide sort of sumo squat. Take our hands to our knees and just push up. Whew. We work those legs. And I'm thirsty. I'm taking a little sip. So we have one more standing pose that I would like to take you through. And for this you might want to take a little, a cupboard, the veranda, wherever you are. Or you challenge yourself and you just do it on the middle of your mat. So let's start standing with our feet hip-width apart. And then we're bringing our right knee up. So let me see, maybe it works better like this. Right knee up. Find your balance first. A little bend in the standing leg. Good. Find that balance. Then take your right hand behind your head. And then start lifting your right knee and your elbow a little towards each other. So we're doing a standing crunch. Working on our stability. 3, let's go for 2 more. And 4. And 5, good. Keep your knee there. Take your hand down. Bring your both hands beside your body. And then let's see if we can move into warrior 3, so in our airplane pose. So what we do is try to move as one pane or one big branch and let our torso go to the front, bring the back leg out to the back. And wherever you want, maybe you're here in your airplane, so from your knee up, this is your airplane, perfectly fine. Think of this long line all the way from your foot, through your back and your neck. Josje, oh leuk. Hi Jos. Superleuk dat je er bent. Jos is mijn little niece, mijn nichtje. En die doet lekker mee, of die kijkt, maar superleuk. Goed, let's come out of this warrior 3 and bring that knee up because we're really working our legs here. Good, and shake it down. Okay, let's do it on the other side. So no matter what I wanted to say, wherever your warrior 3 is, when you're here, this is perfectly fine. You're still really working your standing leg. You're still reaching through that back leg, reaching through the back and your neck. And with time, you'll move a little farther, or a little farther, or a little farther. And then you can also start experimenting with the arms to the side. That maybe is for some people easier, or here. So wherever you are, you can do a warrior 3. It's not about it's not about how it looks, it's about how it feels. That's mostly what I want to try and bring across. So let's move our weight onto our right leg and go onto our left side. So really shift your weight on your right. Feel the ground under your foot. Maybe take those toes up and put them down again. Good. And then lift that knee. Take your left hand behind your head. And the other one can be at your side. And let's go for a few crunches here. 5 again. So bring your knee towards your elbow. 1 and 2. Really challenging your balance, of course. 3. But that's why I say maybe you want to hold to a cupboard on one side or the wall. And this was 5. Good. And then keep that knee there. Keep it up. Bring your arms beside your body. And think of this one big tree log. I don't know. Of the whip. Josje, yeah, the whip. It's like a wip-wap. I don't know. Seesaw. A seesaw in English for your warrior 3. So let's come out and up again. And try to feel that, imagine that feeling. One big line going forward, leg coming out. And if you are nice and stable here, or here, see what it does for your pose and your breath. Always come back to the breath. So before you change anything, if you're here, for example, make sure you're stable and your breath is easy when you're here. Then move forward to the next step. Find your breath again, if that changed. And then maybe take it forward. So wherever you are, now come out, hoo-ha, and shake it out. Good, 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 very good. All right, let's continue and do some stretches to stretch out those legs. We're gonna do a sun salutation and some stretches within that one. So come to the top of your mat. Just gonna move Ruby a bit. Ruby, wat gör du? Good girl. Okay. Dus kom to the top of your mat. Feet hip width apart. Take a nice big inhale. And maybe after that, quite intense warrior 3. Exhale through the mouth down. So exhale, everything through the mouth. Inhale to the nose. Maybe one more time. Exhale all the way down. Good. Plant your palms. Step your right foot back and your left foot back into a down dog. And then step your right foot up. Take your knee down at first. And the back of your foot also. And then we're going to move out that right foot about, one foot width to the right. Maybe 2. And bring your hands on the inside of your right foot. You want to make sure here, we're going to work towards lizard.
Can you kijk
Oh, echt? Oh, oké. I wonder where he's going. Joep, je hebt denk ik niet genoeg plek in het vliegtuig. Voor een lizard. Or maybe in het gangpad. Who knows? Alright. Laat je me nog even weten waar je heen vliegt, Joep. Okay, let's see. So in lizard here, make sure you press that knee towards your right arm. And then here in lizard, you can either keep that knee low. But what we want to do is bring our elbows down, come to our forearms here. And whether that is all the way on the floor, quite far, bring a block, it'll get easier. Maybe the block needs to go on that side. So see if you can relax here and feel the stretch. See if you can think of a long neck. So don't hold your head up like this because it really crunches your neck. But really see if you tuck a little the chin. Good. Keep that knee working, your right knee working to your right shoulder. Good. And then you can totally stay here. Find your breath. Or if you want to, you can curl the back foot under and stretch that back leg up. But make sure also here, we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Make the breaths nice and easy. Good. And then lower that knee if you hadn't already. Come away from the block. Good. Take your foot back in the middle and frame your foot with both hands. Push up into this low lunge and step back into your down dog. I'm going to finish out this sun salutation on the right. Inhaling to the front. Exhaling, lowering to the floor. Inhale, little cobra. And exhale, back into down dog. Good. Step your right foot up and your left foot. And then one big inhale. All the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's do it on the left. Inhale. And maybe again, exhaling through the mouth. If it's not very hot where you are, you don't need to do it. But it's always good to breathe out through the mouth when there's a lot of heat in your body. So here we are in our forward fold. We inhale and we come halfway up. And exhale, fold, plant your palms. Step your left foot back and your right foot back into down dog. Good. Now step your left foot up for our next lizard. Bring that right knee first back to the floor. And again, move your foot out, maybe 2 feet width or 1.5, something that feels good for your hip. Good. Take a block and lower your forearms to the block. Good. Again, don't be like this. Really engage it to the midline. Good. See if you can find your breath here first. Notice what you feel, where the sensations are happening. And then if you want a little more, you can curl under the toes of your back foot and press up into our lizard. Good. Take 2 more breaths here. And then release your knee and come back. Bring your foot in the middle, frame your foot, push up into this high lunge and press back into your down dog. Very nice. Inhale, back to the front. Exhale, down to the floor, little cobra. You can also, if you are a bit more experienced from your down dog, you can also, of course, come down into chaturanga and push up into your up dog. And then back into your down dog. But it's totally fine to just lower to the floor. Inhale, little cobra. And exhale, back to down dog. Good. Finishing up here, stepping your left foot to the front, right foot to the front. Big inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Very good. All right. Take your hands down. And at this moment, I would like to invite you to just close your eyes for a moment and notice how you feel. So a little micro bend in the legs, just noticing, feeling what that sun salutation did. Good. And then we're going to continue. You're probably still at the top of your mat. We are going to continue, and let's continue with a half sun salutation. So we only inhale up and exhale, fold forward. And then inhale halfway up and exhale, fold forward. Now what we're going to do is just going to step back into a down dog. And here we're going to bring some more heat again. So we're going for our active inversion, but we're also opening the side body. So press nicely through your hands. See if you can relax your shoulders. Let your head be relaxed. Good. And then go ahead, bring that right leg up. And when you can't go up any further, see if you bend the knee and stack the hips on top of each other. Or like almost, wherever you are with opening the hips. So bend the knee, open the hip here. Press through the hands in scorpion. Good. Now I want to tease you a little bit anyway, and we're going to do a little bit more core work. We are incorporating it in here. So come forward, bring that knee back into parallel, bring it to the chest in the front. Good. Exhale back. And if you don't want to do that, perfectly fine. Come back to your down dog and wait for us there. So one more scorpion up. Exhale, knee to the chest and up and down, and we meet in down dog. And then let's go on the left. So inhale, left leg goes up. For those, no, everybody can bend the knee and open the hip. Good. See if you can peek under your armpit. Feel the openness there happening on the left side body. And if you're up for it, let's continue with these crunches to the front. So inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, back into your scorpion. Inhale, knee to the chest. Exhale, back. One more time to the front. And exhale, leg back up. And come down into down dog. Bring those knees down. And now come into child's pose. Arms to the back. Letting those arms completely relax and become floppy. No tension. And if you're I should have cued for that, in a slightly wider child's pose, so with your knees a little wider, really return to the breath, because, you know, it's very easy to lose the attention for the breath when you're moving, and especially when it's a bit more intense. But now just notice the breath. Oh, look! En ik hoor net dat mijn kleine neefje nog wakker is. Dat is wel heel laat. Leuk hoor, Joshua. Very nice, guys. So here in child's pose, this is perfect for if it's almost time to go to bed. Notice the belly move out on your inhale. Relax all your belly all the way. Fill it, let it fill up the room in between your legs. Let's take 2 more breaths here and then slowly make our way into crocodile, so on our bellies. Good. So bring your arms back, hands under your shoulders, and then just slide them forward. And wow, I'm sweating. It is hot in here. And then come to your belly. Good. And let's start with the forearms over each other, forehead on the forearms, and just wiggle your hips a little. Take your knees, your feet up, and let your feet windshield wipe van links naar rechts. Good. Good. Right. Take your hands again under your shoulders, pressing up to all fours. We're coming into our back bending part of the practice. Let's push back into down dog, just a normal down dog, and just notice how you feel here. After all we did at this moment, see if you can let the shoulders relax, neck relaxed. Good. And then go ahead, take your right knee forward and place it behind your right hand. And then stretch your left leg out to the back, coming into pigeon. But let's immediately go down on our elbows to not stress our lower back or bend our lower back too much. So let's just stay here for a moment on our forearms with a nice long neck. And our right foot is in the area of our lower abdomen, the groin. And of course, everybody is very different in their flexibility. I don't possess that kind of flexibility where you can bring the foot forward. That takes a lot of work and a lot more years. But, you know, so for everybody, this looks a little different, feels a little different. But what we want to achieve is a nice stretch here on the buttocks. We're opening the hips. And we're lengthening through the back leg, so we're also lengthening the front of our left leg, stretching. Good. Let's see if we can just move our hands forward and let our head come down to the floor. Or maybe you are here. Or maybe you're here and you're with your head on a block. But we're going to move up. So see how low you can go. Take 2 more breaths. And then see if we can come up and pull the hands a little closer. Keep pushing through the hands, but we're going to now increase the bend in our lower back. Find your breath again here. I got to keep track of the time. Yeah, good. Very good. I've got still quite a few things planned, including a certain breathing practice at the end. Okay, bring your hands a little more up, more towards your knees, whatever feels good. Maybe even you want to go as far as next to your knees and see it come on your fingertips and really press through the fingertips. Send out that back leg to the back. And your gaze is in front. Good. Nice. And to come out, sit to the side of your right buttocks, bring that leg to the front. And maybe windshield wipe from left to right, or stretch them out and shake them out just like that. Whatever you need. And then we're going to do it on the other side. So come back to all fours, because we're going to go into our pigeon prep from our all fours and down dog. So when everybody's ready for the left side, let's go. Push back, into your down dog. Feel the stretch. Maybe you starting to notice a little bit that you're warming up and that your heels can go a little closer to the floor, or overall it just feels a little better. Good. And then let's go ahead, take that left knee and bring it behind your left hand. And then, like I said, that foot can be anywhere where it's comfortable for you. But, and the right leg stretches out to the back. Nou Joshua, als je nog kijkt, liefje, dan komt misschien nog even Rosie hallo zeggen. De kip. Rosie de kip. Okay, let's start down. So come on your forearms. Let your head just be in line with the rest of your neck and spine. And if you want to, if it feels good, you can take your head down. See if you can relax here. And of course, sometimes we still carry that tension in our shoulders. See if here you can, with every exhale, let go of a little bit of that tension. Good, and then let's start increasing our back bend. So come up, push through the hands, and bring your hands a little closer to your knee. And just sit here for a moment and feel your breath. Maybe one more breath. Nicely, deeply into the belly, and then bring your hands a little closer, stretching up. Your gaze will just be in front. And your back leg is really, lengthening out to the back. Good. Maybe you want to come up to the fingertips if you want to increase the back bend a little bit. Or take them to the side and really press through the fingertips. Still, the gaze is up. Good. Find 2 more breaths here. In your belly. Good. And see if you can relax that right butt cheek. I didn't do that, and I didn't cue for that either. But see if you can relax in that right butt cheek. Good. And then sit next to roll onto your left thigh and buttocks, and then bring that back leg forward. And again, take a few windshield wipers. Good. Oh yeah. Next one is we're going to come into deer pose and start our part of stretching and trying to turn our focus even more on the breath and a little more inward. So come into deer pose, and with that I mean bending your left leg, for example, like this, and then take your right knee behind and bend that leg too. And so what I would like you to do is, like we did at the start of our practice, flowing through it with the breath. So over here with our left leg in front, bent, we're going to place our left hand on the floor. I'm going to bring our hips up and take that right arm overhead. So we're pushing the hips forward, and we're lengthening that right arm to the back, feeling a nice stretch there all the way over the side body. Good. And let's do that a few more times. So we inhale and we exhale. And inhale and exhale. Let's take 2 more. And then we go to the other side. Last one. Good. Okay. Again, still opening and stretching the front of our hip flexors. Let's turn to the other side. So our right leg is in front, bent, left leg goes to the back. Right hand comes to the side of you, and we're just going to push up onto our knees, moving forward onto our knees, pressing the hips forward. And in that action, we're also going to bring our arm along, really reaching to the back and coming back. Good. So inhale up and exhale down. Good. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's go for 4 more, and just really focus on your breath. Inhale up. And let's see if that breath can be continuous. So maybe your inhale is done here. That's perfectly fine. And you go back in your exhale down. And your exhale is done here. Go back on in towards your inhale. Moving with the breath. Last one. And exhale. Gaat het goed, Ruby? Good. Okay, that was opening the side body and a little lateral stretch after the back bending action. Yes, let's come indeed into our staff pose. So just the legs in front. I might take it a little bit like this. You might need a little lift. You might not either. But I always like a little lift here. Ooh, Rebus. Good. And here in Dandasana, staff pose, we're just going to, oopla, lengthen through the legs, noticing our calves on the floor. Ik geloof dat Penny Rosie kwijt is. En daarom moet ze zo gillen. Maar Rosie zit hier een eitje te leggen. Het is goed, Penny. Okay. So, shake out the legs a little before. Just shake them out. Good. And then activate a little bit through the feet. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we're hinging from the hips. And then just letting it go. Reaching for the toes, reaching for your shins. Let your head go here in a forward fold in our staff pose. So very classic, standard forward fold. Ruby, ga eens even zitten. Ga eens af. Ga eens af, babe. Heb je het te heet, hè, Cookie? Ja. Het is veel te heet. Good. Well, in your forward fold, maybe you want to take up your knees if that feels good. You know, this can be too much. So take up the knees. See if you can drape your belly over your thighs and then just let go of your head. And because we are nearing the end or the more quieter, without Penny, quieter part of our practice, take this moment to concentrate on your breath. And here in this forward fold, maybe with your knees a little up like me, you will notice the breath move into that lower back, expanding the lower back. And on your exhale, see if you can release and let your head go. Sensing for the breath there in your lower back, in the sides of your back. And try to see what happens or what do you feel when you bring your chin to the chest. Keep breathing. Good. And to come out, first bring your head into a neutral position again, and then help yourself up with your hands wherever you are, slowly back up out of your forward fold. Yes, let's roll onto our backs from here. So just come down to your mat like this. Maybe knees to chest for a moment. Maybe roll from left to right. Maybe take a little, circles to the right, circles to the left. Massaging that lower back. And let's bring our arms out in a T. Bring your arms out into T position. And just take your knees all the way over to the left, if you can, in this reclined twist. So if your top leg doesn't stay there, that's totally fine. If it's here, it's fine. But see if you can let go of any tension. So if that means that your leg moves a little down, totally fine. We want to feel the relaxedness here and a little stretch still on that outside of our right body. You can take your gaze over your right hand. And you know what? Take your left hand, bring it to your belly. Take your right hand and bring it to your sacrum. And just concentrate for 3 or 4 more breaths again on that area. Just thinking of the breath, filling up and letting go. Good. Okay, bring your hands back into T position, your head back into center, and then your knees back to the middle. Good. Maybe you will need to reposition your hips a little bit, but let's move immediately to the other side. So knees in and over to the right, wherever you land. See if we can let go of any tension here in the shoulder. So and if you've been able to relax mostly here and on the top of the leg, wherever that top leg might end up, then you can take your gaze and turn over your gaze over your left hand. Just feeling the stretch and relaxing and concentrating back more and more on the breath. Good. Turn your head back to center. Bring your knees back into center. And then let's see what I have in mind furthermore. I think we're gonna just take our hands back besides our body and take a little bit engagement to shore up everything around our pelvis again, because we've been stretching, we've been, in pigeon, we're going one way with the leg, the other way with the other leg. So let's bring it all back together here at the end. So come up into a bridge. So really push through your feet, push through the hands, and active arms, push your shoulders on the floor, lift your hips up, and come into this bridge just for a moment to really make sure everything gets collected again here around the hips. Really engage those glutes. Press the feet into the mat. One more breath. And then release back to the floor. And now you can take a block and bring that under your hips for our supported bridge and inverted action. Good. So bring the block under your hips. Push through the arms. See if you can curl the shoulders under a little bit. My goodness, Penny. All right. Even though the chicken is going a little bananas, let's see if we can still concentrate and find a little more inward focus. So bring our knees up. Stretch your toes up. And just notice your hips resting. No tension in the feet, they can be floppy. This is also sort of a heart opening pose. So maybe you can rest your attention at your heart here, while noticing the breath. That chicken is hilarious. Jay, misschien moet je er even ergens anders neerzetten. So come back to your breath. Notice the support of your hips. Resting. And you know, it's very beneficial to stay longer with the legs up, but you can always do that after a long day. Long day of standing, especially if you have work where you're standing a lot, if you're teaching, if you're working in a kitchen. There's many more jobs, but anyway, legs up is a very good idea at the end of the day for everyone. Good. All right. Let's take those feet back down. Take away the block. And let's come into Shavasana. And let me guide you through this guided relaxation. So maybe you want a little thing under your head, a little bit under the knee, under the backs of the knees. I promise I won't make this too long, but just going to scan through the body. Scanning through the body while observing our breath. That's your main goal here. So make yourself comfortable. If it's cold in the room or you're cooling down, put a blanket over or put a sweater on, put your socks on. And then let's take a moment to notice the breath at the nose before we go anywhere else. Notice your breath coming in through your nostrils and out. And on the way in, you might notice the air is a little drier, cooler, and on your exhale, it's almost hard to notice the breath because it's warmed up, it's a little more moist. Notice the breath at your nose. Good. And then go ahead and try and see if you can soften your forehead and your temples. Relax your cheeks, your jaw, the tongue in your mouth, your lips. Relax down the sides of your neck. And the front of your neck, your throat. Let your collarbones feel heavy, your shoulders sinking down to the mat. Softening your upper arms, lower arms. Hands and fingers. All the while noticing your breath. Relaxing back up through the hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders. Relax your chest. Your abdomen, your hips, your quads, knees, shins, ankle, feet, all the way to your tippy toes. See if you can sense for the tips of your toes. Softening the bottoms of your feet, your calves, backs of the knees, your hamstrings, your glutes. Softening, relaxing your lower back, middle of your back, your shoulders, the back of your neck, the back of your head, all the way back up to the crown of your head. And then start to wiggle your toes and your fingertips. Maybe roll your wrists and your ankles. Good. And then bring your knees up, roll to your side, and make your way up to an easy seat for you, however is easy. And keep your gaze a little down for now until you get all the way up. You can either be with your ankles in front or just in easy pose. Maybe you need blocks again to support the knees. Good. And then I'd like to briefly touch upon this alternate nostril breathing. And this is a practice you do before meditation. It calms down your nervous system, and it prepares you for, a little more quiet time in a seated position that can lead into a longer meditation. So what I would like you to do is take your hand and then, let me see, take your index finger and your middle finger down so that you have your thumb and your ring finger and your pinky finger together. And what we're going to do with alternate nostril breathing is that we exhale and inhale through one side, and then we move to the other side. Exhaling first, then inhaling up. And we are closing off the one nostril if we're breathing through the right one, for example. So let's start on the right side. So close off your left nostril. Let's take a nice deep breath first. Inhale, exhale. Okay, then take a nice inhale. Close off your left nostril. Exhale first through your right. Inhale through the right. Close your right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale up. Close your left. Exhale down the right. Inhale up. Close it. Exhale on the left. Inhale up. One more time. Exhale on the right. Inhale up. Close it. Exhale and inhale. Good. Now take your hand back and just breathe normal for a moment. And then I'd like you to do it one more time with me, but I won't talk so much. So take your thumb, take a nice inhale, close off the left. Exhale on the right. Inhale up. Good. And then take your hand away and breathe normal through both. Good. And if you hadn't closed your eyes or taken your gaze down, do that now. Notice your breath at the nose. And take your awareness down at your heart center. While observing your breath. Shift your awareness to your navel center. And then take your hands together and namaste at the heart. Slowly open your eyes or keep your gaze down to the floor and then fold forward to seal in the benefits of your practice. And come up. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. There's a lot going on here in the backyard. But anyway, thank you so much. Dank je wel, lieve allemaal thuis, for joining. And even watching from a plane, zelfs vanuit een vliegtuig. Superleuk. Laat me nog even weten waar je naartoe vliegt. In de private message. Oh, vliegtuig? Oh, ik denk hij is weer ergens naartoe. I thought he's off to some far country again. Nee, oké, good. Nou, heel erg bedankt. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. And heel goed, Joshua. Mijn yoga Jedi hoor ik al. Super. Oké, nou, lieve mensen allemaal, dankjewel. Lekker slapen voor straks. And everybody else on this side of the globe, have a nice rest of your day. Thank you very much. I keep you posted when we'll do another one again. Thank you. Bye-bye. That is very funny.